So after examining the American man, Sadao came out of the room and he found Hana waiting for him. And she looked very troubled. "Sadao, Yumi tells me the servants feel they cannot stay if we hide this man here anymore," she said. She was looking a little troubled because the servants, especially the maid servant, the babysitter, whose name was Yumi, had told her that all the servants were not happy with them because they had kept kept an American man there, and it was like they were not feeling good about it and they wanted to leave. They didn't want to continue there anymore. She said, "She tells me that they are saying that you and I were so long in America that we have forgotten to think of our own country first. They think we like Americans." Now the servants were actually doubting their integrity, and they felt that because they had stayed in America for a long time, because they had gone there for their studies, so the servants thought that they liked Americans and they were thinking of America first, then their own country. "It is not true," Sadao said harshly. He got angry and he said, "It is not true. Americans are our enemies, but I have been trained not to let a man die if I can help it." Sadao told her that Americans, he knew that Americans were their enemies, but his profession was such that he was trained to save lives, not to take lives as much as possible. So his profession had trained him to save people from dying. "So the servants cannot understand that," she said anxiously. "No," he agreed. And they both understood that servants would not be able to understand this fact that he was a doctor, he was a surgeon. It was his first and foremost duty to save life. But servants could not understand that. And there was no use making them understand that or to explain the things to them. Neither seemed able to say more, and somehow the household dragged on. They could not say anything more, they could not make them understand. But the household dragged on, household went on like that. Daily routine was going on, but it was not going on enthusiastically the way it used to be earlier. The servants grew more watchful. They had become more watchful. They were keeping eyes on them. Their courtesy was as careful as ever, but their eyes were cold upon the pair to whom they were hired. They were totally against the fact that the pair, that means Sadao and Hana, had kept an enemy at home. So their courtesy was as careful as ever. They were respectful. Their excellence of manners didn't change, but their eyes had become cold upon them. That means earlier they were very loyal. They were still loyal, but they had an attachment towards them, a loyalty towards them, but that feeling had gone. They had become kind of emotionless for them, and they were angry at them. They used to look at them with contempt. "It is clear what our master ought to do," the old gardener said one morning. Now one morning, they were all discussing, all the servants, and the gardener said that it was very clear to the master what he should have done. He wanted to say that his master, that means Sadao, was not that naive that he could not understand what was his moral duty towards his nation. He had worked with flowers all his life and had been a specialist too in moss. He was a very good gardener and a specialist in moss. For Sadau's father, he had made one of the finest moss gardens in Japan, sweeping the bright green carpet constantly so that not a leaf or a pine needle marred means spoiled the velvet of its surface. It used to look so velvety, so bright green, nice. So he was a very good gardener, uh, and he was a specialist in moss, and he had manicured a beautiful moss garden for Sadau's father. That means he was with them since his father was alive. My old master's son knows very well what he ought to do, he now said, pinching a bud from a bush as he spoke. When the man was so near death, why did he not let him bleed? So he wanted to say that why Sadao did not let the man bleed to death. When he was almost dying, why did he save him? He shouldn't have saved the man. So he wanted to say that the old master's son, that is Sadao, had done it deliberately. So because of such thinking, they were getting very doubtful towards them. That young master is so proud of his skill to save life that he saves any life, the cook said contemptuously. He got very angry, so angrily, with hatred, he said, that young master, because earlier he had worked with his father also. So that young master is so proud of his skill that to save life, that he saves any life. Any life here refers to the life of the American who was their enemy. So his life meant nothing to them. According to them, he ought to die. So they were getting very angry at Sadao. She split a fowl's neck skillfully and held the fluttering bird and let its blood flow into the roots of a wisteria vine. It's a kind of climber. Wisteria is the name of a climber. So she actually chopped the fowl's neck. Fowl must be a chicken or something. And she let the blood flow into the roots. Blood is the best of fertilizers, and the old gardener would not let her waste a drop of it. So it was like these people, they were working all together for Sadao and Hana, and they were very old servants, very loyal people. But now what Sadao had done had made them feel that Sadao was not very loyal to the country, and they both, Hana and Sadao, liked Americans more than their own countrymen. So they could not find the reason why their young master saved the life of an enemy.